the time has come. Barbie Fairytopia. We all knew it was coming. It had to happen. And in preparation for the holidays, I got you a lovely gift.
The best Christmas gift any girl could hope to receive.
Something that I never thought, and something that I basically unspoken promise that I never would have asked you to do, but yet here we are. Show the internet your feet.
Here you go, internet.
Boom! Bibble! We are ready! Here we go! Alright, we're about a third of the way through. Things are happening pretty quickly.
Pretty well paced, yeah.
Yeah. So our main character,
Elina,
is a fairy without wings, which is perfect because the villain's plan is to unleash her
formula.
Her formula! Ooh, science, evil. Unleash her formula and make all flighted creatures unable to fly anymore. So what a perfect coincidence that our main character already cannot fly. And the main two things that I'm digging about this movie so far are, one, Bibble. Bibble is
It's the
so
comedic
good.
relief. I don't know who came up with the idea for Bibble.
I'm going to imagine that there was nothing in Barbie.
No, there's nothing in Barbie lore before Bibble like Bibble. There
What
are
a great invention.
side characters for Barbie are like familiars, definitely. Like sure, if we're looking at other Barbie films, like there's like a talking rabbit, like a talking dragon. There are other talking regular creatures that you might find in mythology or folklore, or just woodland creatures, but nothing like Bibble.
No puffy, blue, fuzzy creatures that go and give the sassiest side-eye of all time. I'm loving Bibble. Also, the environments and the landscapes and those shots are really cool. Some of the character models, I'm like, okay, I could see this in like an original Xbox game, like it's old animation, but the landscapes are pretty nice to look at.
And the perspectiving is also pretty good. Like as they're flying, as Elina particularly is navigating the world as essentially a disabled fairy, and you're like seeing the hoops that she has to jump through in order to get from point A to point B.
Literally, she's really good at jumping.
Yeah. Oh, she's quite nimble. Does a really good job of making like you feel the motion that she's going through.
And I really like when she arrives at the city hall for Azura. It's not like they don't really say anything about it at all, but the help desk is like way up in the air because it's designed for people who can fly. So she's like, hello, I'd like some help with the person's like, go away! So you're obviously very familiar with the Barbie franchise. How like far along in Barbie movies is this? Like how far after, or is this after the Nutcracker, which we watched?
Yes, after the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker was the first one and one of the most renowned. This is the beginning of the middle era of Barbie animation, where they stopped taking pre-written stories, where things are still pretty good, pretty well animated. We've got some good comedic beats coming.
Bibble's so funny. He's so funny. Every moment with Bibble is perfectly crafted.
Yep.
How long has it been since you've seen this movie?
Probably a decade. I did rewatch some of the Barbie movies when I was in middle school, when I feel like I have phases of nostalgia where I'm like, yeah, I remember that thing from my childhood.
How is it holding up so far?
I think it's holding up pretty well. A lot of the, like, when some of the dialogue of, like, they're like, we have to drive home that this person's really evil, or just, like, that they're stating their villainous plot so that we get the exposition as an audience. You also have to remember it was for children at the time. So as a child, I followed this really, really well, and as an adult, I still do, and at times I'm like, okay, yeah, they're just, like, not being subtle. There's no subtext at all in the villain side. My sister! Okay, yeah, no, I saw that coming. Twin powers of magic, let me see my sister! Is that what they mean by twin telepathy? I guess. So I'm excited to see how, because we've been following the main character. Yeah. With a name. Elina.
We've been following Elina along, and obviously she's going to go confront the villain. But right now I have, other than the fact that she's immune to the formula, I have no idea what she might do to beat the villain. So I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah, we need to learn more about what Laverna's plan actually is and how she's...
Oh, it's not just deflight all of the fairies, there's more to it?
I mean, that's part one, but why is she kidnapping people? What purpose does that serve? Is she going to use them for some nefarious purpose?
I guess I'll find out.
We'll find out.
We're trying to film something here. Alright, so that was Barbie Fairytopia.
Did it meet your expectations?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't expecting, like, the best animated movie ever, but it was fun. Bibble was lots of fun.
Yeah.
It was a good adventure. There were definitely moments that I laughed along with the movie. The ending.
Yeah, the ending's probably the biggest downside.
Yeah, they spend the whole movie in, like, the subtle moments like I was talking about before. The main character does not have wings while all the other fairies do. And then she saves the day. And at the end of the movie, she's, the fairies that at the beginning were making fun of her or, like, waving to her friendly. Like, everyone learns to value her. And then she's gifted magic wings at the end. And I was like, oh, the ending couldn't be that the desk is lowered. Like, you know, that's society's a bit more equitable. And now they just learn to, you know, respect and appreciate differences? No.
Elina is aided by this butterfly named Hugh, who essentially serves as her aid in getting her from point A to point B so that she's able to travel over vast distances. I always thought that the ending, instead of being like, oh, now we're going to essentially take away or cure your disability, which was that one never asked for, and two, arguably should not happen because it was a really great asset in this movie. I always thought the ending should have been that, like, Hugh was essentially, like, permanently her, you know, guide and friend who helped her out.
Yeah.
Because that's a great example or, like, allegory for the aids that disabled people have in real life. Like, a lot of people who can walk or have some limited mobility still use wheelchairs and the like, and that is because it makes it easier for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Elina can get around by foot, but, like, having something to help her fly that's not literally her having wings put on her body without her consent.
Yeah. It's just, here's a gift. I know you didn't ask for it, but here you go, and then...
Boom. Honestly, the thing that gets me most about this is that if they for sure knew they were going to be doing other films, which maybe they didn't at this time, maybe they weren't fully greenlit.
Yeah.
I actually don't think they would have given Elina wings, because in each of the next films, they find ways to either alter or take away the wings for a time being.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe it felt like the ending that needed to happen, that they were like, oh, we need to give her wings at the end, but it's like, no, you didn't.
She was chill.
Like, yeah, Encanto doesn't end with Mirabelle magically getting powers. Just strange enforcing of stereotypes at the end, if you really want to read into Barbie Fairytopia. But otherwise, it was a fun adventure. I mean, Bibble. Bibble was great. Good. I really, really, really am hoping. I don't expect Bibble to be a character in the live-action Barbie movie.
Oh my
but
God.
some background, like, piece of memorabilia, just something for the Bibble stands out here.
It will be interesting to see how Barbie's journey in the live-action movie compares to Elina's journey in this one. Definitely, it's different because this is not like Elina went to the non-fairy world or something different than that. But she did have a journey where it was like she was uniquely suited to either, like, solve a problem or help facilitate a solution. Yeah. I'm interested to see if live-action Barbie is the same for the human real world.
Based on the two Barbie movies that I've seen and the trailers for the live-action Barbie movie, it seems like Barbie movies have themes of characters going on journeys of discovery along the way.
Yes. And the trope that I think is pretty common for these animated movies is also that in the end they will have some kind of, like, either physical or psychological transformation realization, because there's, like, always that scene where, like, they either, like, spin around and, like, magic affects them and it changes their clothing.
But yeah, so we watched this one because I wanted to see Bibble in his unmemified glory.
Obsessed with Bibble.
He's funny. He's good.
Ah!
And also because I'm very excited to see the Barbie movie directed by Greta Gerwig. Really, Bruno?
And Bruno's excited too.
Well, I think that's it then. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen us watch Barbie the Nutcracker, that's up on the screen somewhere. You can click on that.
If you have any recommendations for the next Barbie movie we should watch, leave a comment down below. What was your favorite movie in the franchise?
If it doesn't have Bibble, you're wrong.